Okay, now we're going to work on example number 4, solving by substitution. We have two equations once again. The first equation is 2x minus 3y is equal to 4, and the second equation is x plus 4y is equal to negative 9. Okay, your choice is you need to decide which equation would be the easiest equation to get a variable by itself. And if you look closely, down here, we have this equation has only one x, so that's going to be the one that's going to be the easiest to get the x by itself. So it doesn't matter if it's the x or the y, you need to get one of them by itself. So I'm choosing to move the y away from the x. I'm going to subtract 4y from both sides. This is a 0. So now I have x is equal to negative 9 minus 4y. So this is what I'm going to use to substitute. So I'm going to take that negative 9 minus 4y and substitute it in to the other equation wherever I see the x. So I'm going to put it right up in here. So now I've got 2 and not an x anymore. I have a negative 9 minus 4y minus 3y is equal to 4. Again, we have some work to do before we can find out our solution. I have to go through and do distributive property. So 2 times negative 9 is negative 18. Then I'm going to go and do distributive property one more time. 2 times negative 4 is negative 8y minus 3y is equal to 4. Again, we want to get all of our numbers on one side, letters on the other, but I see that I have two different terms that have y in it on this side. I have a negative 3y and I have a negative 8y. So before I do anything, I'm going to put those y's together. So negative 8 and a negative 3 is negative 11. Y is equal to 4. Okay, so now I'm going to get numbers on one side, letters on the other. So I'm going to move my 18, and since it's a negative 18, I'm going to add 18 to both sides. So I have a 0 here. I have a negative 11y is equal to 18 plus 4 is 22. Then I'm going to divide, so just like you do solving in equations, divide by negative 11, divide by negative 11, and I get y is equal to negative 2. So again, I'm starting the beginning of my answer for example 4. This is my x, and this is my y. In this case, I found out what my y was. My y is negative 2. So just like we've done previously, we're going to take and we're going to plug in negative 2 for a y, but I need to decide which equation would be the easiest one to plug into. And I think it's going to be the second one. It has to be the original equation that you started with. So I'm going to use x plus 4y is equal to negative 9. Okay, so now take this negative 2 and plug it in down here. So we're going to put negative 2 instead of an x or y, we're going to put x plus 4 times negative 2 is equal to negative 9. So now we have x, 4 times negative 2 is negative 8, is equal to negative 9 plus 8 plus 8. So this is a 0, right? X is going to be equal to negative 1. So negative 1 is your x value. So again, right here is the answer to example 4.